Okay, what's up, everybody? I'm back to do a custom request for Nadia. I know that's you, Nadia. What's up? I have kept you waiting, and I am now here to be of your service and talk about this thing, all right? So, Nadia wants to talk about being a Virgo Libra Cusp, and how is that compatible with the Cancer, and how is that compatible with the Aries? So, I'm going to do both, right? And I'm going to say this first. You're like the baby Libra, right? You're just learning how to do the negotiations and stuff like that. So you may be green a little bit when it comes to, there's a little wet behind the ears when it comes to getting involved with other people on that level. And when I say that level, I mean in like, making bonds, official bonds with people, and making official contracts with people and saying, okay, we're this, we're that. And at the same time using tact, wanting to be fair, right? So, but again, we got to look at this as like this. I don't know your natal chart. So I'm going to go based upon the solar chart, okay? Solar chart deals with what's going on now, and the natal chart deals with what's going on as your life plan, or considering rather that you want to go according to your life plan. This is things that I don't know. However, I'm going to go based upon what I do know. And what I can tell you is this, right? So you're looking in for another, right? As a solar energy. So solar deals with what's going on right now. Your solar calendar deals with what's going on right now. So your first house is going to be Libra. So and the sun is there. So you're going to be looking and searching and seeking for someone to bond with. Now, whether this relationship is going to be a friendship, whether this relationship is going to be a romantic partner, a significant other, or if this relationship is going to be a business relationship or business relationships. This is something that you are going to have to become accustomed to, or something that you're going to have to figure out. And that's going to come a lot by feeling your way around, because as I said, you're a baby Libra. So you're beginning to learn in this lifetime of how you go about negotiating and making contracts and making deals with others, all right? And that's like a singular energy. Like, you can actually be creative at this if you want to, because in the moment, because Libra is going to be in your first house. So what happens here, right, is that I'm gonna start with the Aries, okay? Aries is going to be in your seventh house. So I believe, just straight off of the bat, that you will probably be more compatible with the Aries significant other or the Aries partner, because it's a solo energy. It's a creative energy as well, right? And you're in search of someone. Now, remember what I said, someone, right? Now, Aries is one. Aries is all about me. I'll do it. Don't worry. I don't need no help. No, I'll take care of it myself. I'm not trying to depend on nobody. I'm going out and get it done myself. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Now, you also have, I'm going to tell you even more why this will be beneficial to you, because you have Scorpio inside of the second house. You have this huge, intense drive onto obtain wealth and amass wealth. Okay? At the same time, you are the better one at handling a bank book. You're better at Aries than doing this, right? So let's say that Aries is the partner that you choose to partner up with. You're going to kind of marvel at this, because that Scorpio energy in your second house deals with your personal values. So you're going to say, oh, okay, my personal values is to be type secretive, especially with the finances. So, you're going to be able to hold your stuff to your chest while you observe this Aries other go about doing their life, and they're just like out in the open. Like, what you see is what you get. Raw Aries, like, I'm out there, I'm doing me. You see I'm doing me. I pay all of this. I pay that. I pay that. I pay that, right? So you can be, as I said, you can marvel in knowing that and be like, oh, okay. Because and Scorpio energy is fiercely loyal, even though it's a personal value energy, being with the second house. You'll still, the way you value yourself and you see other people value themselves, you'll have their back. And as I said, you have the better ability to balance a bank book. So if you do decide to partner up with this person and the Aries so happens to burn out and crash or something like that, you'll have their back. You understand what I'm talking about? And it'll be a secretive thing. Like, they won't even know necessarily if you really behave like that. They won't even know you get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a second house inside of the sign of Scorpio. So, okay. Now that that's established, right? Another reason why I say the Aries entity or the Aries significant other is probably a better match is because the Cancer can be, it could be irritable to the Cancer to know that you have a second house Scorpio. And the reason why I say that is because unlike other Scorpios, like you may notice Scorpios, right, with different placements, wherever their sun is or whatever the case may be, they may keep their sexuality under wraps. Like they may not openly show it, you know what I mean? They will keep that under wrap. Like they will go to the store and baggy sweats and stuff like that, and they could be like the most attractive women in the universe when they get home. You know what I'm saying? You, on the other hand, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. But you, on the other hand, with a Scorpio in the second house, what that tells me is you're comfortable. Like you personally value that sexuality about yourself. So it's not going to be more of a problem for you expressing that. It's going to be like, this is who I am. This is how I value myself, and I don't really care to hide it from people. Now, you may have this, you're going to keep a mysterious lure about yourself, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But Cancer is going to find that maybe disturbing because Cancer is a more protective energy and a more overprotective energy. So with that being said, Cancers are attracted to attractive women, right? And you may find them in ratchet spots and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, wherever. And I'm not just saying ratchet, like all strippers aren't ratchet, you know what I'm saying? So, but you may find them in places where there are a lot of attractive women, like clubs and stuff like that, just to be around them. However, when it comes to their significant other, their main woman, they don't want you there. Like they don't want you expressing yourself like that. It's pretty much what I'm saying. So they may have a problem with that. And who knows? Like with Scorpio second house, right? You may appreciate that because, you know, Scorpion energy can value someone being protective of them, but at the same time, that's your personal value. It's not like it's in your seventh house where you could be like, oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense because I'm partnering up with this person in the seventh house and deals with the relationships, this, that, and the third. So no, it's not like that. That's your personal value. So you're more of like a Scorpio when it comes to yourself because you're like, you know, I could defend myself if it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really beat upon someone really being there for you to do it for you is pretty much what I'm saying. But that water energy, at the same time, that water energy, that protective energy is genuine, is caring, and is nurturing. Some Scorpios can dig that. And I'm speaking like you're a Scorpio, and I know you're not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that second house has a lot to deal with when you're involved with relationships because you got to look at yourself, which is second house, and then you got to look at your seventh house. And as I said, you got Aries over there in the seventh house. Now, when it comes to financial compatibility, the Cancer will be able to keep up with you. We do know Cancer is the money sign. They will go out and earn. They'll be able to take care of home. But I can't say you can't, but Cancers have the tendency, or have the ability, not the tendency, they have the ability to also wield that over in their relationship and be like, well, this is why I qualify to be in a relationship because look how I hold it down. You know, I take care of home. I take care of this, that, and the third. And you, with a Libra in the first house in the solar chart, you will look at that and take that into consideration for partnering up. But you got to also remember that that's in your first house. So it also deals with self. So you'll be doing more assessing of your significant other more than you will actually be doing a lot of the contracting. So it's kind of a challenging placement for your Libra to be in when it comes to your solar chart because it deals with the moment. It deals with what's going on now. So, you know, I recommend that you find out where your ascendant is so you can find out actually which houses that these signs are in so I can give you better insight. But I didn't want to keep you waiting too much longer without, you know, giving my insight on these placements right here. What else can I say about this? Yeah, so with you got Aries in the seventh house, and if you're talking about an Aries, it just makes more sense because that sign is in your seventh house, so you'll be able to relate for looking for someone, or you'll be able to make a conscious identification of, look, okay, that's a being, like that's someone who's not necessarily looking for partnership or something like that. Like they're just raw energy balled up in one person, that's them, and if like you link up with them on their way, so be it, right? However, Cancer is a sign that values home, that values family, that looks for that. So with you having Libra in the first house in your solar chart, as I said before, you're looking to contract with someone else. However, it's dealing with a significant other, but it's in your first house. I know this sounds kind of confusing. It sounds confusing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it'd be different. Like if you're, let's say in your solar chart, Libra was in your second house. Then it'd be simpler because it's like, oh, okay, I can personally value being in relationships or looking for relationships, so I can see that in my other person. So you would be more compatible with the Cancer in that sense because they too value home. They too value, building a home. It will take a significant other, right? So you'll be able to personally attest to that better. But with Libra being in your first house, it's like, okay, you're assessing it from your own personal view.